Hi everyone, my name is Mia Martinez and today I'll be showing you how to make red beef enchiladas.
Okay, hi, future Mia. I'm sorry for the purple nails in the video. I had dyed my hair literally the day before this video, so I want to apologize in advance.
So first we're going to start with the ingredients. You're going to need cheese. I like this kind, but you can use any kind you like. Next is the tortillas. You can use any kind like I said, but I like this brand. And then you're going to need 1 clove of garlic. And then you're going to need 2¼ pounds of lean ground beef. And you're going to need vegetable oil. And lastly, chili pods. I have 3 different kinds of chili pods right here. This other one is really big, but I have 3 kinds of chili pods, so you can use any you like. But since today I'm making red chili, I'm using red chili pods, but you can use green chili if you'd like. But I'm gonna use a mixture of the mild and some hot. And lastly, you're gonna need one of these baking trays. You don't have to, but I like to use these just so it doesn't get too messy. I can kind of contain it in here. And also, this recipe calls for this much enchiladas. Now for seasonings, you're gonna need garlic powder, onion powder, salt, meat seasoning, and hamburger seasoning. You're also gonna need a blender, 2 pans. This is where we're going to start the preparation for the enchiladas. Okay, the first step in cooking your beef is you're going to turn on your pan onto medium high. So I like to put it around like 5, or just to where the flame is just, it's almost super hot, but not all the way. I'm going to pour this beef into the pan. Now I'm going to break up the beef. And I'm not going to use that much oil just because the beef already has fat in it. But I am going to season it, which you'll see in a second. And I'm just using a spatula to break up the meat so that it's in very small pieces. At this time, I'm going to use vegetable oil. And now, I'm going to mix the meat. So now that it's going to add some color, we're going to add a dash or 2 of garlic powder. And same with the onion powder. Now I'm going to use a tablespoon of this meat seasoning. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of the hamburger seasoning. Remember, you don't want to make your meat too salty since the cheese already has a lot of salt in it. But this is just up to your preference. If you want to add any other seasonings or less or more, you can do so as needed. And now you're going to cook the meat till it's fully brown. And I like mine a little burnt, but that's personal choice. While our ground beef is browning, we're going to go ahead and take the chili seeds out of the chili pod. Now I'm going to get my mild chili pods, and I'm going to use 2 handfuls full of chili pods. 1 handful, 2 handfuls. I'm going to use 1 handful of the spicy chili. Again, this is up to preference. If you prefer it more hot, you can add more hot. If you prefer it less spicy, you can add less. And this is how you take the chili pods out of the chili. So I'm going to snap off the stem and put it to the side and dump out all that chili in there. I'm just going to shake it out until there's barely any left and put it in my pan. We're going to put these to boil on high for about 20 to 25 minutes. If you have some with no stems, but you can hear the seeds inside, all you have to do is crack the middle and dump the seeds out. Now we're going to fry the tortilla. So you're gonna need a dish that's pretty deep. I'll pour some oil in there. And honestly, you don't need that much oil. I already have a little bit of oil in there, so that's why I'm not putting too much. But you basically just want to have about an inch, half an inch of oil in the pot. Here we have everything. We have the chili, the ground beef, and now we're about to fry the tortillas. I'm sorry for the oil already having burnt pieces in it. My mother cooked the day before. We're just gonna wait for this oil to heat up all the way. You can use a toothpick to check. You can use even a piece of tortilla to check. And we're basically just gonna fry them up. What to do is I like to stack them on the plate after I fry them, but I'm gonna put a paper towel so that it can soak up the oil. So here we have the plate all ready, And now we're just gonna fry the tortillas. I have the plate right next to it. I have the tortilla. I'm gonna drop it in the oil.
As you can see, it's frying in there, and it's gonna start to bubble up on the sides. I like to press it in the oil a bit, move it around, and now we're gonna flip it. We're not trying to fry them a lot. We're just trying to get them to where they're a little bit stiff. So now that I have my tortilla, I'm gonna transfer it to the plate, and we're gonna repeat the steps.
Now we're gonna transfer the chili to the blender. Now we have a pot filled with this chili water, and we're gonna dump this out. So now that this water was rinsed out and everything, we're gonna pour the chili that we're gonna blend in here. And now we're gonna add 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, and I'm gonna fill it just about over the line of the chili, the water.
And now we're gonna add half a tablespoon of salt, or just however salty you like it. And now we're gonna put on the lid and blend it. So if you have the type of blender I have, it's gonna say puree on the menu. So like this, we're just gonna press the puree option. And now we're gonna pour the sauce we made into the pot over a strainer. I'm straining it because in the sauce we have the chili skin, and it doesn't really go well with coating the tortillas. And after you strain it, the result should look like this in the strainer. So the stuff you saw in the strainer, we're gonna dump that out, and you should have this sauce left. Now that everything is cooked, we're gonna assemble the enchiladas. We have our fried tortillas from earlier and our salsa. So we're gonna grab our tortilla, dunk it in this chili, and put it in the pan. And we're gonna do that till the whole bottom is covered. Now that we have the bottom fully covered, we're gonna add a little bit of sauce on the bottom. It can dry out really easily. Just a little bit. We're gonna add some ground beef, some cheese, and layer. Put the ground beef, we're gonna layer with cheese. You don't really need to measure this part. You just have to do it till it covers pretty much the whole surface of the bottom of the pan, or whatever layer you're doing. We're gonna repeat the process until it's all the way to the top.
Okay, now you're gonna put them in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes.
Just came out of the oven. So now, look at that, guys. And that's how you make layered enchiladas. Very good.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.